is following up 5 or more times, and they're making 81% of the sales. Well, hello there, Ingafay here, and I am super excited to talk to you today on the 10th episode of I Did That and You Can Too. So our focus today is talking about the fortune in the follow-up. Follow-up is so important. It separates the rock stars from the folks that are not rock stars, because the key to being in direct sales or network marketing is your follow-up. So just so I can show you the importance of follow-up, I wanted to share some stats with you. Did you know that 2% of your sales or bookings happen in the first contact? 2% is the percentage. 3% happen in the second contact. 4% happen in the third contact. 10% happen in the fourth contact. And get this, 81% of sales and bookings happen in the fifth to 12th contact. Isn't that unbelievable? That definitely supports the urgency of following up with your clients. You know, people are busy, people get distracted. So you want to make sure that you're constantly following up with your clients on some kind of frequency. Now, hear me out. I'm not asking you to call somebody every day. I'm not asking you to get in touch with the people that have specifically told you they're not interested. I'm not talking about those folks. I'm talking about the ones that haven't responded at all for whatever reason, that they could just be busy, okay? And that you contact them on some kind of frequency. Another thing that I wanted to share with you is the percentage of the Salesforce that actually follows up. Now, this is quite interesting. Only 48% of people give up after the first contact. 24% of people give up after the second contact. 12% of people give up after the third try. 6% give up after the fourth try. And 10% give up after the fifth try. Now, isn't that food for thought? So the top 10% in direct sales, regardless of what your business is following up 5 or more times, and they're making 81% of the sales. Those are the rock stars, ladies. And that's where you want to be. You want to make sure that you are always following up. So I'm going to break it down, because more than likely you're selling a product or a service. And then in addition to that, you are working to grow your personal team. So let's talk about the product follow-up. Here are a couple of questions that you could either call or text or even Facebook message your folks. One would be, have you had a chance to try XYZ product, or have you watched the video? I know a lot of people are doing Facebook Lives. I highly recommend that you do Facebook Lives in a private group. So that way, the people that are interested are the ones that you know about, and you can follow up with them directly. You can ask another question. You can ask them what impressed them the most about the product that they tried or the service that they tried. You can ask them if they had won the lottery, what products would they want to take home with them tonight, to find out what their wish list is. And then you can also ask them, what will their budget allow them to take home today? If for whatever reason they are ignoring you, you could change your focus to be more on a personal level and just ask them how their family is doing, because it may be something going on in their world that you're not aware of. And these different questions can be asked maybe over every 3 to 4 days to kind of give you a way to stage your follow-up. So you're not calling these people every day and asking these questions. You're allowing them at least some time to respond back to you if it's not immediate response, because more than likely it's not going to be anyway. So those are some product follow-up questions that you can implement into your business. So now let's talk opportunity. You have met someone, maybe they were on one of your lives, or they're a customer of yours that has expressed some kind of interest in your business opportunity. So you have decided to call them and maybe do a virtual chat, or have a virtual coffee so you can tell them more about the business. Or maybe you've even invited them or shared a video with them for them to get more information, to be able to ask you more intriguing questions about the business and if it was for them. You could ask them what impressed them the most about the different video that you had them to watch. What was something that they learned that they didn't know about your business opportunity? You can ask them their level of interest on a scale of 1 to 10, making sure that 5 is not an answer because 5 is in the middle of the road. 1 to 10 and 5 is not an answer. Where do they stand with being a part of your growing team? And these kind of questions will intrigue them about their business. You'll be able to answer any questions that they may have, and then you'll be able to find out if they're ready to get started. Because based on the stats that I just gave you, they're not going to be ready to get started immediately anyway. So you want to make sure you have some kind of follow-up plan to keep the folks in your bubble, is what I'll call it. As far as your customers are concerned, I wanted to add this as well. You want to make sure that you are following up with your customers on a regular basis. This can be via an email or a text. I know one of the things that I've implemented, that when I talk to my clients, I send 2 emails out per month. One would be kind of a product related email that they may be interested in, a new product that came out. Another one could possibly be a sale that I'm running for that particular month. And then I also make sure that if I'm running any kind of sale, I want to make sure that I text them about the sale too, because people have a tendency to look at their text more so than their email. I'm also going to make it a point to invite them into a private group that I have just for my clients to keep that connection going, where I can show the new products when they come out. I can give them tips. Stay in front of your clients. So when they need things, they may need a gift or they may need something, a different product that you may not have sold to them and thought, oh, well, I can ask Susie Q because I know she sells XYZ and she probably has something in her line that could help me. So you want to stay in front of your client. Keep that level of communication open. So when they're ready to buy, you've made it easy for them to buy from you, because easy is definitely the name of the game. If it's not easy, they're not going to do it. Okay. You always want to be there to serve your client, to make sure that they are getting the products that they need, that you're providing a service for them to help them with their needs. That is definitely the name of the game. So today I talked to you about the follow-up stats. I've talked to you about how to follow up with a product related sale. I've talked to you about following up for the opportunity itself. I've talked to you about I didn't share this with you. I didn't share how long you should follow up. You should follow up as long as they have not told you they weren't interested. I don't want you to be annoying and a nag by nagging someone and they've told you they're not interested. If they're not interested, then just take them off the list. If they act rudely when you call for whatever reason, you know you can take them off the list and know that it's just so what with them. So just make sure that you don't get caught up in the moment of someone being rude. Hurt people do hurt people. So you want to take it in stride and know that Susie Q is just having a bad day. You'll take her off the list and then you don't have to talk to her anymore. You want to talk to happy people that you can serve. Keep that in consideration as well. All right. Well, I'm hoping that this was a blessing to you today. Super excited that you were able to watch, and make sure you're following up from this point on and get those systems, communication systems together to help you have that follow-up be automated. Okay. All right. Bye for now.